Hey, so I'm here with another voiceover, back to back. Hey, y'all miss me though?
No!
Miss you too, man. Anyways, why don't we talk a little bit about the political and economic state of the world?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
But for real, I want to talk about a few things that are on my mind when I draw. So I've improved, without a doubt. Just look at day 1 from day 85, or day 1 to 85, sorry. And the one thing a lot of artists don't tell you about improving is that improving also has its drawbacks, because when you improve, your standards raise, for me at least. So here's a scenario for you. You couldn't for the life of you draw hair, and now that you practice a good bit, you can draw hair pretty well as well, but just pretty well. Then I take a look at someone else draw hair, and wow, the difference is it's night and day. So then you start to look at it like you can't draw hair again. So now you start over-analyzing and trying to understand what you're doing wrong. But the thing is, you weren't really doing anything wrong in the first place. You did know how to draw hair, and you still do. But since you've improved and your standards have raised, you feel as if you're right back at square one. And I came up with my own term for this. I call it art loop. I don't know if this has been used before, but I claim it as mine now. And when you're stuck in an art loop, you put yourself in a circle. However, everything outside of this circle is sat there waiting to be raised. Art loop can be a good thing sometimes, but only when you include more than one thing into that circle. So let's say I'm stuck in hair, right? But let me add the head to this too, and the eyes to my practice, and a bit of perspective, and you have yourself a proper art loop. Now you might be thinking, why does that make this a successful art loop? Let me explain. When you focus on something like hair and then put it on an incorrect head, oh, simple, just learn how to draw the head again. So you do that, and then you realize you don't know how to draw eyes. So you focus on drawing the eyes. And during that time, by the time you put them together, you can't draw hair again, because the time from you starting to learn how to draw hair to now you learning all these extra skills has made it so that you've forgotten, if that makes sense. Integrating all these things into one art loop means not only will you be able to know how to draw hair again, but you could draw it on a correct head, have it interact with the facial expression, like the eyes, face, nose, and do so from perspective. And this is the correct way to do art loop. I'm not saying that you can't focus on drawing one thing at a time. Sometimes it is good for you to try and focus on something you can't draw well. But when it comes to drawing, you can't always focus on one thing without some areas lacking, because you have to be careful with art loop. If you start piling on too many things at one time, you'll burn out or start overwriting old knowledge that you had with new knowledge, and sometimes that might not be the best way to do something. And don't underdo it, because you'll get yourself stuck in a negative art loop, which is always improving one thing but lacking in one area, and then you go back and forth, back and forth. So yeah, that's all for today's video. If you enjoyed, be sure to like and subscribe. Check out the Patreon, and as usual, love you and have an amazing day. Bye.